Can I help you with anything?
Oh yeah, just looking for a new toilet to replace old Blue. Oh! 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 Okay, how much?
We all know that Hollywood is populated by maybe the dumbest humans on the planet. The people that have everything and deserve almost none of it as they lord down on regular Americans while depending entirely on our money to pay for their lifestyles. But there is no bigger example of this than Gwyneth Paltrow, who recently made a stunning admission about a new healthcare routine that she does. And I, for one, I don't really know how to react to this. Now, if you don't know who Gwyneth Paltrow is, she runs a company that sells insane health remedies, many of which have been questioned as being not just not helpful, but also actively dangerous. But they don't care because she's a celebrity and people worship celebrities and they buy their stuff anyway. Now she's saying to all of her young followers and those that wish to consume her content and products that she inserts ozone into her beehole for, quote, wellness. Oscar-winning actress and Goop founder Gwyneth Paltrow revealed in a recent interview that she inserts ozone in the back door for wellness. After being asked, "What is the weirdest wellness thing you've ever done?" by Dr. Will Cole during her recent appearance on the Art of Being Well podcast. And again, she's not a doctor, as far as I know, but she offers all sorts of these weird health things, to her many young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed followers. She writes, "I have used ozone therapy in the rear. Can I say that? It's pretty weird, but it's been very helpful. Thanks for sharing," Starr added, laughing. This type of ozone therapy refers to the practice of buying medical-grade ozone directly into the colon, according to the ozone therapy website. This therapy seeks to boost oxygen efficiency, balance the immune system, reduce oxidative stress, improve blood circulation, and detoxify the body on a cellular level. Well, geez, what can it do? It literally, we've got this great panacea. It's gonna fix everything for you. Just put it up your rear. There may potentially be a role for this someday. But right now, it hasn't been studied enough. But not enough for her to tell all of her followers to go do it, right? And say, I think it's been really helpful, to literally endorse it. But an actual doctor, a Cleveland Clinic pulmonologist, said there may potentially be a role for this, but there isn't anything right now. We need more data of potential side effects, which could be severe, before we start offering it as a mainstream therapy or treatment. During her public appearance on the Art of Being Well podcast, Paltrow also talked about the public scrutiny she's received in response to her bizarre lifestyle choices. Look, I don't care if she has bizarre lifestyle choices. Like, that's her own body. She can live her own way and put whatever she wants wherever she wants to put it. Quote, "For years, it still hurts your feelings," the talented Mr. Ripley star said. That movie's 40 years old. Is that all people know her for? And what about Iron Man? Anyway, I just let it go because I realized you're never, ever going to be able to win everyone over. And the pursuit of trying to win someone over is just so awful. And again, I don't think anyone cares what a lunatic Hollywood person does. But when you're out there literally promoting it and saying, hey, kids, you should go do this. This is a major problem we have with celebrities. And there's actually like relatively no consequences for these things. Like all these influencers that took money, right, to promote the jab, for example. And what if one of those people that followed them went and did it exclusively because whatever TikTok thought they follow said to do it, and they had side effects. There's no consequences for this stuff, so they keep doing it, and they keep getting paid. For years, so why do we have so much obesity, depression, and type 2 diabetes, Paltrow added. We have autonomy over our bodies. What we put into our bodies, we have a certain degree of mastery of ourselves. We can really change our lives and feels good. Speaking of what puts one into their own bodies, in January, Paltrow reminisced about what it's like being a celebrity in the 90s, telling late night show host James Corden that one could do blow and not get caught, as well as take home random men because there were no paparazzi or people walking around with camera phones, posting celebrities actively to social media. I mean, that you have 5,000 comments on that. But again, here from Women's Health magazine today, should you be using Gwyneth Paltrow's latest wellness hack? No. Gwyneth Paltrow has once again shared questionable wellness hack. Earlier this week, the Goop founder appeared on their show, Ozone Therapy, right? Paltrow's interview quickly received a lot of backlash on social media, mostly surrounding her intense diet and intermittent fasting schedule, so she took to Instagram to explain her dietary choices. But again, I don't care if she wants to eat whatever she wants to eat or do whatever, you know what I mean? All this kind of stuff is none of my business. But when she tells other people that this is the healthy way to live, and she is herself not a doctor, then it's an issue. I think it's important for everyone to know that I was doing a podcast with my doctor, she said on her Instagram story. It's not meant to be advice for anyone else. Yes, it is. Of course it is. You're literally saying, I did this and I felt like it was good. I felt like I felt like it had positive effects. We're going to get into some of the other products she's promoted over the years too. It really just has worked for me, and it's been very powerful, very positive, still pushing it. But still a lot of people have questions about her routines, like, does this ozone therapy truly do anything for gut health or your body in general? Women's Health investigated. Ozone therapy, in its best definition, is meant to get more oxygen to the body using ozone. Ozone can be extremely dangerous to human lungs if inhaled, according to the FDA. Inhalation of ozone causes sufficient irritation to the lungs and result in pulmonary edema. Experimental research investigates ozone therapy as a technique for wound healing, alleviating pain associated with chronic syndromes such as fibromyalgia and breathing disorders like COPD, according to Dr. Joseph Shalab, a Florida-based gastroenterologist, an expert in digestion, liver, and health. It's important to note that these studies are low quality and have limited evidence per the Cleveland Clinic. Moreover, most significant clinical trials on the therapy so far have only been done on animals. Also, how about this little quote? Quote, there's really no approved use medically for it. It's a toxic gas and has no known therapeutic use. Dr. Hoda, a gastroenterologist and hepatologist based in San Francisco, California. Best case scenario, it would be a waste of money. More likely could actually be dangerous and cause great damage to your gut and body. Both Dr. Hoda and Dr. Saleb say they wouldn't recommend this therapy to patients. We don't have enough evidence on its safety for dosing or its efficiency or efficacy. Any sort of this kind of ozone therapy, at least right now, would be unregulated and unstandardized. I would tell patients that it should be used with caution. We really don't know what it would we even be treating with it. On top of having no proven medical benefits, ozone therapy can also have a lot of negative side effects. The side effects of ozone treatment have been described with a lot of different issues like nervous system problems, problem with the heart, even vision problems. Ozone therapy is also not currently approved by the FDA. And Dr. Hoda explains that taking an experimental technique like this seriously can muddy the water for real medicine. When it comes to people who learn about something important like the poke, it's become so unclear what's real and what's not. He says, even if this ozone therapy is put up there with a medication we have studied and tested and prescribed, if people think they're the equivalent, we won't be able to convince people that they're not. So, of course, you don't do it. But remember, this is Gwyneth Paltrow, who has said, sold a jade egg. Do you remember that? This was back in 2017. Of the many goop scandals that have occurred over the years, the Great Jade Egg fiasco of 2017 is perhaps the most well-known. That year, the lifestyle brand began selling a $66 jade egg that claimed it could improve everything, from gasms to hormonal imbalances to feminine energy, when inserted into, the woman's, Although gynecologists quickly responded to warn women that the eggs could actually be dangerous, and Goop was hit with a $145,000 fine for making unsubstantiated marketing claims. Or how about bee venom therapy, which they recommended? Or junk steaming? Or these stickers? It's like it's like, obviously they sell the candle that smells like her junk. I mean, this company is, the Grand Goop claim was just downright bizarre. In 2017, the lifestyle brand published an article promoting pricey, quote, healing stickers that are purportedly made from the same conductive carbon material NASA uses to make spacesuits. Needless to say, a representative from NASA shut down the story, saying, wow, what a load of BS this is. Mark Shellhammer, former chief scientist at NASA Human Research Division, told Gizmodo, NASA also does not use carbon to make its spacesuits, FYI. So this woman has a long history of making wild claims that people buy into and people hurt themselves with. But, it's Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do make sure you leave a like on it. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.